Welcome back here at Cardines Field. Our pregame show continues. Now it's time for the Front Office Report here on Front Office Report Fridays, joined by Newport Gulls President and General Manager Chuck Pava. Chuck, how are you?
Good. How are you doing, Nick?
I'm doing well. This is about as special as a night as it gets here for the Gulls.
Yes, it does. Anytime the weather's nice and you're playing a baseball game, it's pretty special. But tonight represents our family reunion weekend, which we call the return of all the people who've helped build this organization for 15 years.
It's the 15th anniversary of the Gulls. Chuck, what was the genesis of this particular night, the theme family reunion? When did you come up with the idea?
Well, it was really when we didn't have our hot stove over the course of the winter because the Marriott was being renovated. I thought that it would be nice to incorporate our hot stove event with celebrating 15 years of history here, and we decided that it would be it ended up being tonight because the Plymouth Pilgrims were supposed to play them on a Saturday night, and they canceled or they rescheduled. So we had an open Saturday for the first time in years. So I took advantage of that to be the weekend and have our event.
So who do we see in town here tonight for the special reunion game?
Well, I'm not sure who's in totality who's going to show up, but I can tell you that I know that from 2001, Vito Cervellati from 2002, Gabe Letro from 2002, Mike Bergeron from 2001 and 2002, Dean Wolozianski from 2009, Rusty Begno from 2002, Greg Fader from 2001 and 2002, the Melillo brothers from 2009, 8, 9, and 11 and 12, and hopefully we'll see some more trickle in here.
So just about every team's going to be represented here in the next couple of days, and tomorrow's event is going to be a very special event as well.
Yeah, across the street at the Marriott, we're having our annual gala. It's a hot stove dinner, silent auction, a nice evening of dinner, and a special reunion, and I think we're going to see even more Gulls return for that.
Little housekeeping, Chuck. The Newport Gulls still looking for a couple players to come in from Vanderbilt. They, of course, just lost in the College World Series in a tough battle with Virginia.
Yeah, it was sad to see them lose. To make it to that game is special in itself, but, there's only one winner, unfortunately. And we've been in that situation here in the NECBL championships, but, I felt for Coach Corbin. He's a great ambassador of the game, great individual. He's built a tremendous program there, and unfortunately, Virginia's good too, and they won the game that mattered.
When might we see those players from Vanderbilt in uniform here?
I'm not really sure. I didn't want to call them that yet, Nick. I needed to get them back to school, let them get settled in, and I believe after that.
Meanwhile, Chuck, the Newport Gulls start off the season pretty hot. They'll have the best record in the NECBL despite a couple tough losses. Just a one-run loss last night, but here a couple nights ago, a 13-0 loss. That snapped an 8-game winning streak, though. That's just baseball.
No, that's baseball. This team's so talented. I remember some years back, Nick, we played Keene here, and we got smacked, I think, 16-3, and it was pretty embarrassing. But we went up there and beat them 2 days later, and then that kind of turned our season around, if you remember. I don't worry about these games. You know what I've always said, June is spring training and July is your season, so it's not July yet, Nick.
Newport Gulls General Manager Chuck Pava, thanks as always for joining us on Front Office Report Fridays.
Thanks for having me, Nick.
And good luck tonight. Pre-game show continues next on the NECBL Broadcast Network.